Okay, so let's go. We have another one here. And Jared, remind me who this is.
So this is from our AYP club member Amir, and this is a photo of Mount Zin in Israel. This was taken with a A7R3
Okay.
with a Sigma lens, 35 millimeter f 1.4, and then ISO 100, taken in the evening. So
Yeah, I was
as you can
wondering
see,
what his exposure was on that, and I don't see it showing up. Normally, it would show up over here, but I don't
and
see
then 25 seconds.
25 seconds. So you can see all the
Yeah,
stars he's captured, and this is called Mount. Say it again.
Zin,
Mount Zin.
Zin.
You know, I'm almost think. Well, we'll see. I like the subtle colors here on this, so it might be interesting just to leave it as a color image. But we're going to process it as a black and white too. I want to see what it looks like. Look, guys, sometimes it's just trial and error and see what you think. I love the stars and I love the tonality here. You captured, the feeling of the desert. Let's see, let's move a few of these sliders around while we're here. So I'm going to take the blacks and take it down to where we get clipping. You can also do this, right? You can hit these triangles and you'll see where the clipping occurs. So you can see the blacks are being clipped there. That doesn't really matter. Those are pretty dark areas. Those are, inside kind of the texture. There's a little texture there of the bushes, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. So I'm going to bring it over to about there, and I'm going to do the same thing with the whites. And we'll pull it over about there. Now, if I pull the whites over more, you're going to start seeing clipping occurring on that. We don't want that. So we'll pull it back, get rid of that clipping. All right, so there's some blacks and whites adjusted. Let's see what happens when I pull the highlights down. What it does start to do is bring out a little more of that sky. So I'm going to pull those over. Do I want to change the shadow? Maybe a little bit, not so much, tiny bit. Okay, well, let's see what happens when we start to process it as a black and white. So as far as cropping or whatever, I don't see anything in the frame looks fine. You've got the sun over here, which is cool. Let's just process it in Silver Effects Pro and see what happens here. So we're going to go to Edit In, same deal. By the way, you guys can get a free 30-day copy of Silver Effects Pro. You should do that. Try it out for yourself, and I think you'll love it. Okay, same deal, same workflow. I go to my favorites. There's neutral. Let's get out of that view. There we go. Way too contrasty. I lose all this. Well, not all. I lose a lot of the stars. I want to enhance that. I want that sky to really pop out even more. Could work. That could work. Some pretty wild star patterns. And this is our full dynamic range, which we used on the last one. Boy, it's just becoming a go-to for me. Look at that. And that doesn't really work, and that doesn't work. This could work, but I'm thinking number 15, full dynamic range, is working again. You guys are going to think I just have a one-trick pony here, and that's all I ever do, but it isn't. Okay, so I'm going to start there, close that out. Look at your zone system here. Let's see what we got. We don't have 0. We don't have 10. We've got stuff in between. When you hover over this, you can see what the various zones are. Go back to our red filter. Ooh, that's not helping at all. We don't want that. Get rid of it. So in this case, that just washes it out. We don't want that. Let's see if the orange works. Yellow, orange, green. Not so much. Blue. No, thank you. So we're going to get all the filters gone. Just get rid of them. Okay, let's see. Film. I want to check my old friend Panatomic X. I'm not crazy about what it's doing there. I may just skip the film. I'm going to skip the film entirely. I don't feel that one's not bad. I just don't know if it's going to. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is where, you as the photographer or artist just would make a decision if you felt it enhanced. This is getting way too contrasty. Yeah, we're losing a lot. I don't know, maybe one of these here. So this is Ilford. I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to go back to neutral. And then let's try that Ilford. I'm going to go with that. Okay. So let's do a comparison as we've done this. Okay, look where we started. And now we've got that sky really popping out there. That's what I wanted. And we'll do a side by side. You can really, really, really see the difference there. Now there's tons of texture already here. I'm not going to play around with that. I'm going to get out of that. What else could I do? I'm not seeing a lot of it. I'm gonna just what I did last time. I'm gonna bring the dynamic brightness up a little bit, just a bit. What that does is it helps kind of add this halo around here, which I think is cool because the sun is going down. That's enough. Okay, what else are we gonna do? Do what I just did a moment ago. I'm gonna check selenium and see if I like that look. I think that looks really cool. And it's all your own judgment on this stuff. There's no rules here. Okay, burning the edges 1 is a little too much. 2, definitely. I'm going to do what I did last time, burn them soft. Now I can even adjust that some more if I wanted. I'm going to leave it like that. Actually, you know what? I'm not liking that one. That's too much. Let's go back to 1. 1, I don't know. I may not burn the edges, guys. Just turn it off. I don't think I need to. I feel like it's closing it in a little bit too much, and I could spend some time and play with the edge burning and reduce it. Yeah, I feel like I'm not crazy about that vignette that's going on there. I'm going to just not put an edge burn on this. You don't have to do this on every image. Let's just let it go. There's a little brightness here that I could deal with. What I could do if I wanted to pull that down a little bit is I could just put a control point here and drag that over there. And, I'm not sure it really needs it, actually. Forget about it. Okay. Let's try it. Okay, there's a control point. I'm going to just darken it and see what happens. I'll just pull the brightness down a little bit. Way too much. Maybe just looks a little unnatural. Let's pull it up a little bit. Okay, I'm just darkening that one edge a little bit. Okay, not a lot. Okay, and while we're at it, I'm gonna duplicate it and drag it over here. See if that corner might. Okay, I feel like that could help. This pile of stuff here. While we're at it, let's also darken that. So let's just. So again, that's just keeping our eye from getting pulled into the bottom part of the frame. So that's what I've done. I don't need to darken the other edges. I'm just darkening what's in the foreground there. Okay. So when you want to duplicate these control points, you just press on a Mac, you press the Option key, and it gives you another one that you can slide around. And you can then make other adjustments to each one of those control points by going back to your panel over here. I believe we're done. What do you guys think? So that's it. I'm going to hit apply. Oh, let's do a comparison from the very beginning. That's where we started. That's where we are now.
Huge difference.
What a huge difference. What do you guys think? Okay. Silver Effects Pro, it's awesome stuff. I use it a lot, as you can see. Now I'm going to hit apply. Let's get out of this. Yeah, I think that's, listen, you should send this to Bay Photo and get it printed. Okay, I hit that, and that will then send it back to Lightroom. Again, it might take a little minute for it to show up there. There it is. We'll do our comparison here. I think we've got a pretty dramatic change going on here. Boom, boom. Okay. And there we go. And side by side, you can really see the difference. You know, we brought out that sky. I really actually like this sun effect over here. We've darkened some of the edges here. I think we made it into a pretty dramatic photograph. Okay, what do you guys think? And if you have any questions, fire them away. Otherwise, that's our little demo for today. We'll do this periodically. What do you guys think? Is this something you'd like to have us include into our AYP series of, every now and then we can do this. We do a lot of other stuff, but, I'm curious if you like this as well. Please subscribe and enable the bell so you don't miss any of our new shows. Like the video and please share it and leave your comments. I love hearing from you. And remember to get out and capture your own images of life.